Hello and welcome. This is the third episode of the Bytes versus Byte podcast. My name is Amr Gric and I'll be your host today. And with me is Sander Bijl from BeterDichtbij. He has a company that is creating an app for people to connect with their doctor through an app. Welcome.
Thanks.
What I would like to do is to start off with a question about you and what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So could you tell the listeners a little bit about what you do at BeterDichtbij?
Well, in general, BeterDichtbij is a digital service to enhance the care people get when visiting their doctor. Usually when you're a consumer, you're used to booking a flight or booking a hotel or booking a restaurant. And when you get into care, all things start to get really difficult. You can't get a hold of your doctor. You can't reach your nurse. So BeterDichtbij aims to provide service for patients to get easy access to their caregivers.
Okay. And how did you start off?
We started off officially last January 1st. BeterDichtbij was founded. We've been doing this in pilot since October 2016. We started off with Godfried Bogaerts and myself trying to find a way to make care more easy.
Okay.
So when you're in a hospital and you talk to your doctor and he's telling you get your lab results next week, you get a call or you can come by, but both is quite inefficient. Because you have to take time off to get to the hospital, or you have to wait for his call. And somehow, in life outside care, it's easy to connect to people. You can connect to people on Facebook, you can connect to people on WhatsApp. But somehow, when you get into care, it's all becoming increasingly difficult.
Yeah.
So we decided to create a service where people can get in touch with their caregiver and use, in this case, the BeterDichtbij app to make contact.
Okay.
So we kind of worked on that idea. Together with the SAZ, Samenwerkende Algemene Ziekenhuizen. It's a corporation of 28 hospitals in the Netherlands. Regional hospitals, firmly based in the local municipality. They're good relationship with general practitioners, like in Dirksland, Delfzijl, Amsterdam-Noord. Yeah. And those, in this case, 28 hospitals decided they wanted to join us. And together we created BeterDichtbij.
Okay.
So we started with 4 hospitals, with several doctors, and now there are 12 hospitals with even more doctors and several general practitioners' offices.
Okay, cool. And how do people use your app? So, for example, you're a patient. What can you do with your app at the moment?
Well, in the basic, you can only communicate.
Okay.
So we started with communication. When you're in a doctor's office, the doctor can invite you to download the app, to onboard, and to ask questions, send pictures, get results. So basically it's a WhatsApp for healthcare.
Okay.
Secure, safe, easy. That's the first step. So we started with communication to make it easy for people to use the app. Next step, we will be probably including video chat, maybe later even wearables and stuff. Okay. But instead of building the end solution, we started with small steps. Yeah. And the first small step was communication.
Yeah. So you're essentially creating kind of a minimal viable product, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to go, of course, with every kind of application, just to start out with something really small and then build it out to something really big. So when we look at the patient-doctor communication, why would someone pick your option or BeterDichtbij in this case over just calling the doctor? Because I can imagine a lot of people are when they are talking to the doctor, they're not like, okay, let's just start a chat and then send him some messages. They would like to speak to someone in person. Why would they pick the chat over the phone?
Because the speaking in person part is the big problem in healthcare.
Okay.
To speak in person, you have to make time. The doctor has to make time. You have to be at the same place. So the doctor has to be working when you are available, or vice versa. You can come to the hospital when the doctor's working. You have to take time off. So meeting in person is in healthcare generally a good idea, but not always needed. It's also possible to use the telephone. But when you use the telephone, when you're calling the doctor, he or her has to do something with that call immediately at that moment. Or if the doctor's calling you, you have to do something with the call. You have to take it. You have to find a quiet spot on your work. You have to get your notebook out to make remarks about what the doctor is saying. And at the end of the day, that kind of agenda part, when you have to be available and the doctor has to be available, or the nurse or the general practitioner, that's the hardest part, because we're all busy. Using BeterDichtbij, the doctor can provide you with answers, or you can ask questions, without having to see each other or having to be available at both ends.
Yeah.
So he can or she can email you a text or app you a text result, or a lab result, or a picture about whatever, and you can look at it when you see fit.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, you can ask a question on Sunday night about your appointment next week, and the doctor can answer next morning or the day after.
Yeah.
So we're kind of taking the time and place piece apart to make it more easy to have connection and contact and a relationship without having the hassle of being at the same place at the same time.
Yeah, because that time is really scarce, right?
Yeah, both with you and in the hospital.
Yeah,
or general practitioner.
Yeah, because when I want to talk to my doctor, normally we've talked about this a little bit before we started the podcast. Normally, when there's something just a little bit wrong with me, I'm kind of hesitant to go to the doctor, right?
Yeah.
I would rather just send someone a message. Okay, this is what's wrong with me. I'm feeling like this and this and this.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what's wrong with me? Is that something that you are also thinking about? So it's you're talking about hospitals now, but are you also thinking about maybe doctors that are like your house doctor or whatever?
Yeah, of course. When you're in an office with a doctor or a nurse or a caregiver, you get provided with a lot of information. It all goes in one ear and out the other ear. By the time you reach your car to go home again, about 20 or 30% of what you've just been told, you've forgotten.
Yeah.
When you're home and somebody asks you, what did the doctor say? The chances that you get what the doctor said correct are, minimal.
Yeah.
So BeterDichtbij is the ideal way to, if needed, provide you with information or answer your question in a way that you can also read it after what the doctor say. You can pick your app, log in, and see. I've been my results are X or this or that, which means that I have to do exercise or less exercise and stuff. So BeterDichtbij makes it easier to really get that information and read it again. Say you've been to the doctor, you walk out and you think, I forgot to ask this question or that question. Right now, you can call them again, try to get through. You probably won't, but there's no way to ask that question. When you use the BeterDichtbij app and you're at home and let's say you have cancer and you're in a really complex treatment process, and you just heard a lot of information and 6 different medicines and all different side effects and stuff, and you're in your car going home and thinking, I forgot to ask the question about some medicine.
Yeah.
BeterDichtbij provides you with means to just app the doctor, say, I've just been seeing you, you've told me a lot of great stuff and interesting stuff, but I forgot, can I still ride my bike?
Yeah.
So BeterDichtbij makes it easier for you to make contact again and ask for that information.
Okay, cool. And looking at there are a lot of websites going around, right? Because normally what people would do is, I'm feeling like this and this and this, and I'm going to just search for that on Google and get some kind of website that's going to tell me I have all kinds of freaky diseases, but maybe it's not even close to that. Yeah. That's what they're saying there on that website. What do you think that will do to your app use? Because I think it will probably increase your app use, because it will be easier for people to ask their doctor than to go to that website, right?
Yeah, but you can only ask your doctor when you've been invited. So you're probably in some sort of process already.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they hear a certain disease, they'll go home, fire up Google, see the most difficult diseases and stuff, and you're like almost dead or not nearly dead and stuff. BeterDichtbij is positioned after that period. So you're going home.
So you've already been to the doctor.
You've been to the doctor.
Yeah.
He's seen you or she's seen you, and there's something wrong, probably.
Okay.
Or there's nothing wrong and you're still worried. What we did do is try to integrate both communication and information by using thuisarts. Thuisarts is the biggest healthcare website in the Netherlands.
Okay.
It's founded by the General Practitioners Association, the NHG.
Yeah.
And they've kind of combined all information and all leaflets and stuff on one platform, thuisarts.nl. And we found that people are sharing thuisarts information over BeterDichtbij.
Okay.
So we decided to incorporate that in our platform.
Okay.
So now if the doctor's seen you and he's thinking that it might be relevant for you to have a website or a link to a website in your BeterDichtbij app, he can easily add it.
Okay.
But still, there will probably be people going home and
searching
for themselves and hopefully finding the right results. But also, apart from BeterDichtbij, Google is doing a very good job by trying to figure out what's trustworthy information, what's not. So,
yeah.
But still, if you had a headache, you can find anything from being knocked in the head to having a brain tumor the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah.
We're not going to change that. What we're trying to change is bringing the information the doctor has straight to your mobile phone.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more like in normal business terms, you have after sales. This is kind of an after you had your treatment, or
this is the you've been to the doctor's office after sales.
Yeah.
And making it the easiest way possible by looking like something everybody's able to do. App.
Okay.
Using WhatsApp.
Okay. And I think that's interesting, but looking at what you guys see as the patient-doctor relations, where do you see that going? Will it go more online, or are we still going to keep an offline part? Because you have the online part after the offline part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that the next step would be after what you guys are doing? Because will it decrease the offline part in that sense?
Where needed or possible, it can decrease the offline part.
Yeah.
Let's say if you're in a treatment process with 10 visits to the doctor, maybe we can take away 2.
Yeah.
But still, the offline relation, the real relation with the doctor, a nurse or a general practitioner, the ones you shake hands with, looks you in the eye, looks how you feel, how you look, how your energy looks. That part will be the most valuable part of healthcare, and it will stay that way. What we're trying to do is, there where needed,
it will be
to provide different means of communication, but still the fact that you're in an office and the doctor can look you in the eye and think, that guy tells me he's feeling healthy.
Yeah.
But I can see he's not. We're not gonna take that away. Ever.
Yeah. And you were talking about because you started the minimal viable product, or MVP, and you were talking about video calling. I was wondering about that because you were trying to make some more time for the doctor. Where does the video calling come in? Does it come in when you say, okay, I have an appointment now with the doctor and then I'm going to video call them?
No. There are a lot of companies are trying that part.
Yeah. But
what we're doing there is trying to rebuild the current situation digitally.
Okay.
That's like weird.
Yeah.
Because you get a video chat possibility, and you enter your video chat application, and you end up in a waiting room, a virtual waiting room.
Yeah.
But people don't like waiting rooms.
Yeah, I hate waiting.
If you're waiting in a room, like nobody wants to wait in a room.
No.
What we're trying to do is, if we are going to offer video chat, it's the other way around.
Okay.
We've got nurses saying, I have a mother with a baby, and the baby's crying, and the mother doesn't know if it's the right cry or the wrong cry. Now, using an app, it's kind of hard to transfer the cry to the nurse.
You could record it.
But still. So if you're going to offer video chat, the nurse at that point can video call that patient immediately and trying to look along.
Yeah.
Let me see the baby.
Mm.
So if we're offering video chat, it's the other way around. It's not you as a patient waiting in a room for your doctor to be ready to video chat. No, it's the doctor thinking, I have to take a look at them now.
Yeah. And when you're having that conversation with your doctor, for example, if I'm talking if I'm in that kind of chat, do I see if it's a nurse or a doctor?
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate that? Just by putting the name, or
by putting a name and a little avatar with a picture or a logo.
Yeah.
So usually you let's say in Dirksland you ask a question and you get an answer, generally from the assistant.
Okay.
If you ask about your appointment being Tuesday or Thursday, that's not the doctor who's going to answer. It's going to be the assistant saying, no, it's Thursday at 12:15. But let's say you have a really weird spot on your leg and you send a picture. The assistant is looking at your question, will transfer it to the doctor, and you'll see that the doctor is the one who's answering your chat. The doctor will answer your chat, call you in or say that it's nothing and just had a bad fall. And then it's being transferred back to the assistant.
Okay.
So just like you're calling normally, you don't get the doctor immediately.
You get the assistant. Yeah.
Or the assistant. So they're doing like a little triage if it's really medical or more operational or logistic.
Okay.
And you can see in the app who's answering.
Yeah. Okay. So there is some kind of transfer, of course. I mean, if it's something serious, they will obviously say, "Okay, doctor, could you have a look at this?"
And if it's really serious, they probably say,
"Come in."
Fine, well, the app, but come in.
I'll
make you an appointment next Tuesday.
Yeah. And looking at there's been a lot of talks about privacy lately with everything that was going on with Facebook and stuff like that. How do you? The question here is, how do you guys treat these kind of things like data and privacy? How do you view that? Because medical data and things about your health are really, really personal. Is really personal info, and I'm wondering how you guys keep your data safe.
In first, we have to keep our data safe because we've been founded by 28 hospitals.
Yeah.
So we have like a holy duty to be the absolute best in security.
Yeah.
Usually the hospitals who are using BeterDichtbij are telling us how long to keep records, how to destroy them afterwards, or the hospitals are telling us what to do with our data. And we've been currently hosting it just around the corner here in Capelle.
Okay.
So in the Netherlands, it's all secure, safe. We've got people trying to penetrate our systems. We are asking them to do that. So we're doing pen tests. We're doing audits on the process, on both the app, the connection to the app, the back end. So we're trying to test the system constantly if we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Still, on the other hand, the patient on the outside, he doesn't mind. He doesn't care, because when he's offered BeterDichtbij by his caregiver, the patient assumes it's safe.
Yeah.
Period. So on the patient side, on the user side, there's almost nobody asking us if it's safe, because they're like, that's normal.
Yeah.
There's nobody calling the ING of the ING or the Rabobank asking if their app's safe.
Yeah,
it's a banking app, so it should be safe.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're trying to be safe and tell people about it. And also trying to increase the user friendliness of the app. And there, it's kind of tricky to always
keep it secure
and be easy.
Yeah.
And simple and secure. Well, that's like most days' work to have the balance between those two.
Yeah, because how does someone sign up for the app?
You're in the doctor's office or in the nurse's office, and they ask you if you want to use BeterDichtbij.
Okay.
They fill in a small form, which can be exported from their system or can be entered in our system. You get a specific code, 8 characters.
Mm-hmm.
You can download the BeterDichtbij app and you can onboard using your code, entering your email address. We're checking your mobile number, having a second, like an SMS code to verify it's you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're linking the device and the account to the app, so that you're able to log in after the onboarding with the PIN code.
Yeah, so you're already implementing two-factor authentication in that way, right? Yeah, because I mean it's really basic security, but in the sense that everybody should do it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that you guys.
And if we're increasing the function, if we're adding more functionals of more functions, maybe integrating with the hospital systems or adding information about your medical record, we'll probably have to upgrade the security, and somehow there will be a step 2 where you have to enter DigiD or Mobile Connect, or we're not sure about that yet.
For the listeners, DigiD is kind of the government ID for the Netherlands, and it's they say it's secure, right?
and again, simple and secure and friendly.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. And looking at things like chatbots and stuff like that, because you have a chat, are you looking at deploying that or doing that as a next step, so it becomes even less of a hassle for the doctor or the assistant to help someone?
Yeah, if you ask a hospital if they would like to incorporate chatbots in BeterDichtbij, most of them will probably say no, because it sounds like scary, and bots
it's really
in
new.
healthcare is really new. But if you ask, let's say, someone who's at the service desk in the hospital when you enter, the reception desk, you can use BeterDichtbij to ask them questions as well about visiting times, opening times, Wi-Fi, the restaurant, etc., etc. Usually, when they answered 2 questions like that, they're the first to ask, well, the question about parking. Why do we have to answer it? Because it's like a question that always been asked, and there's a standard answer for it.
Yeah.
So after a week or 2, the reception desk is generally the one starting about automatic answers, which is kind of like a chatbot. So we will probably be incorporating chatbots, but the problem is we have to learn how good they are at emotion, because a lot of healthcare is about emotion, and that's kind of tricky. When does the chatbot stop and the nurse start?
Yeah.
And I know it's way easier probably when you book a ticket, but asking about some sort of a test result and then being answered by chatbot, I don't know yet.
Yeah, because
not now, but in the near future, really, there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, and nobody's going to put a smiley face so for you to know if it's if they are feeling bad or whatever. So
no, they're using smiley faces.
Yeah,
a lot. and the
for
people
all
in the hospital,
I
really have to get used to it. But we have to find out when such a chatbot or how a chatbot can enter that conversation and where it's relevant.
Yeah.
And in the end, we're also trying to learn from conversation and trying to figure out if we can add some sort of a level of emotion. If we can see that a conversation is having a high emotion, we're trying to find out how to notify the caregiver in his list of conversations to say, well, this conversation with this specific patient contains high emotion characters, words, so that the caregiver knows or the doctor knows, okay, this is the one I really have to be careful about.
Yeah.
So there, machine learning and algorithms can really take a prominent place.
Yeah. And looking at the general health sector, because I've worked a little bit in the health sector, and I've noticed something that technologically they're really behind on other sectors. How do you look at that? Because there is some reason why you always where you started this app as well, right?
Yeah.
There is some level of showing that technology can really help a sector, even if the sector is really conservative, right?
Yeah, but still, agreed, healthcare is catching up, but healthcare still thinks it's more different than other sectors than they actually are.
Yeah.
Because in banking, in flying, everybody's looking to make the best of their investments in automation, in digital transformation, and that's no different for healthcare. It's just difficult because it's about people.
It's really personal.
It's really personal, and a lot of people are always making the equation like healthcare. Where's the new Uber in healthcare, or where's the new booking in? But having a treatment is not like booking a cab.
No,
it's not.
No.
There's more emotion. There's more personal feeling, more relationship at stake at healthcare than there is at booking a cab. So healthcare is behind, catching up, but it's difficult to to make the right steps. And the hospitals are worrying because they have other worries as well, to maintain a healthy business, to
find people,
to invest in the right solutions. So they're catching up, but it's difficult.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
It is, in a sense, a little bit like the banking world, right?
Yeah,
and that's something that I notice, is that there's still a lot to improve there. Would you say that what would you say in the sense of how much time has to go past to get to the next phase in the technological leap? Because you're pretty much at the start of a big technological change, right? How much time do you think it will take to get it a little bit less 1980 and more 2020?
Well, probably be around 2020, somewhat.
Yeah.
The government's making a lot of pressure to have people own their own data, which is a big step.
Yeah.
Next step is you can do with your data whatever you like.
Yeah.
That'll be an even bigger step.
Yeah.
In the meantime, hospitals will be trying to find out what their use is in the future. Will you be doing everything at the hospital, or will you be doing specific treatments, or don't do specific treatments? So what's your role? Probably 2020, 2025, you'll see catching up. But then, for us, 2025, that's like a million light years away.
Yeah. In technology, in general, it's a long time away.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, Facebook just emerged.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about 7, 8, 9, 10 years ahead. So I don't know. It's probably they'll be behind forever, but that's because they have to really evaluate technology and really think it through before they adapt it.
Yeah. And things like GDPR affected you as well, right? In a big way, I think.
No, not really.
No. Why is that?
GDPR didn't really affect BeterDichtbij because we just got started, so it was easy for us to adapt where needed the procedures to GDPR. GDPR is all about privacy. BeterDichtbij is all about privacy.
Yeah.
So it would be really weird if we had to do a lot of work to get GDPR approved.
Yeah.
We did do a lot of work, but there was more in the way how we told people we were doing GDPR.
Yeah. And so it's funny to hear that, of course, that it's important to have that data safe. But you're a very young company. But I would really like to ask you the question: when you were starting this whole company, what were you most proud of, actually, up until now? Because it's been, I think, half a year. Right?
Yeah, a little more than half a year.
Yeah.
Three things. At first, what I'm really proud of is that 28 hospitals decided to come together and found BeterDichtbij.
Okay.
I was a co-founder as well, and my colleague Godfried Bogarts was as well. But the fact that 28 hospitals kind of came together and founded BeterDichtbij, that's a big step.
Yeah.
It's not everybody threw away the not invented here syndrome and started together, which was in healthcare really special.
Yeah.
We started in January 1st, and we found a lot of great people working for us. Not only the people who actually work at BeterDichtbij, but also our project managers in the different hospitals. We have 12 hospitals doing BeterDichtbij now, and we could not be running those hospitals if it weren't for the local project managers.
Yeah.
So we got a really great bunch of guys and girls, really eager to change healthcare, and starting with BeterDichtbij.
Yeah, because they're implementing it in the hospital.
Yeah, we're helping them, but I wouldn't be anywhere as far in Dirksland if it wasn't for the local project manager in Dirksland. They're mostly people working at that hospital and helping us change procedures, protocols, embedding, implementing, etc. And the third part that really kind of surprised me is that we're now half a year away, and there are like 10,000 people using our app.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
4 months ago, it was 5,000 people. So we're actually making a difference.
Yeah.
And there are actually 10,000 people using our app to communicate with their doctor or their nurse, asking questions, sending photos, getting results. So that's really cool. That's the part I'm most proud of.
Yeah, because you're actually changing a sector, right? Yeah. That's the
We're
big
actually
thing.
doing it.
Yeah,
we thought about it. We wrote about it. We tried to build it, and now we're doing it.
And how are people responding to it? So the patients in this case, and the doctors, of course, but
patients are all really enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Because you can ask your doctor questions whenever you want.
Yeah.
If needed, you don't have to come to the hospital, but you can read your result or his message on your phone wherever you are. So patients are delighted. And still, if needed, there's a place for them in the hospital. So they're more than welcome. Doctors are happy as well, because with BeterDichtbij, and using it as a kind of app service, you can send a patient a message whenever you want, and you can answer the message whenever you want. So you're kind of more in charge of your own work. So doctors are happy, nurses are happy, patients are happy, and we see if you get really like a big volume, a lot of people using it, there are less phone calls. Less phone calls from patients, less phone calls to patients. You don't have to wait for your call to be returned. You don't have to wait for the doctor to call. And the doctor doesn't have to try and call 20 people when he thought he was going home at the end of the day.
And you have a paper trail, right?
And you have a paper trail.
Yeah, that's something else that I was just thinking about. That there is no more discussion about what someone said to you, right?
No.
Yeah. So I would like to wrap it up there, because I think it's nice to hear that everybody is happy about using your app. I would like to thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And for being here. You can follow Bits vs. Bytes on bitsvsbytes.com. Also, check out Bits vs. Bytes on Instagram, Twitter, and on SoundCloud. Subscribe on iTunes, and until next time.